Hi, I'm Olivia Phillips. I'm the digital editor of GraziaME.com, and I'm here with Shahd Alasaly, who is the founder of a US-based humanitarian luxury brand, Blue Meets Blue, and we're going to learn a little bit more about it.
So my name is Shahd Alasaly, and I'm from Chicago. I have an ethical, modest, luxury clothing line, but it also has a humanitarian cause, so we employ refugees in the US. We're trying to have them come to the US and, after they come to the US, we want to make sure that they're able to find employment in their previous skill set so that they can feel empowered, so that they can feel like they're contributing to their new country, and so that they can also start a fresh life, and that's kind of what they're there for. We're currently based in Chicago, and so a lot of the refugees we're working with are in Chicago, but currently we are expanding to different states, and the hope is to get into many other states, get our line into department stores, higher end boutiques, and also employ the refugees that are in those states. I was doing my graduate work in international psychology, which is how this whole thing started, and the refugee crisis had hit an all-time high. A lot of people know this is the worst humanitarian crisis of our lifetime, and since World War II. And so I wanted to combine my background in design while also doing art therapy. So this is kind of my form of art therapy. Through our meetings, we've noticed that a lot of the refugees really do feel like they're able to have deep conversations as they're beading, as they're sewing, and so they really feel like they're able to, first of all, have friends amongst each other. And also just get past a lot of that trauma and that depression by talking about it, which is the whole point of our line. We feel like every industry can do something to help whatever cause, and this is kind of the way we do it. It's an example for others to feel like, whatever you're doing, you can make a difference in the world, and this is how we're doing it. I feel like right now, modest fashion is definitely a growing movement. For me personally, modesty in clothing or modesty in your actions or modesty in whatever is just, modesty means something different to everyone. Sometimes it's religiosity, and sometimes it's just aesthetically appealing. So for me personally, when I'm designing the line, I'm thinking of classy, sophisticated historical figures like Audrey Hepburn, and that's kind of where our look comes from. And it's something that a lot of people relate to. So I feel like I said right now, since modest fashion is in high demand, and it's growing, and when people see our line and think Audrey Hepburn or think Grace Kelly or whatever, they automatically feel like it's this timeless, classy elegance that they all relate to, all can think of places to wear it to, a work interview, an after work social, whatever, and people are very excited about it. There's so many movements going on with the Me Too movement, with women's empowerment, with all kinds of movement, and people are saying we don't need to dress, we can dress whatever way we want, and we design for the woman who's daring enough to dress modestly and not care about what other people think. And there's just so many movements right now that are going on that are pushing women to do that and to dress in a way that they feel is modest. And then when the retailers are seeing this and buyers are also taking note, they care about sales. So when they see this, they also are trying to carry lines that are also speaking to that. So it's very exciting. Like Macy's, for example, just recently started carrying a complete, in the US, a Muslim line. It's a big department store with hijabs and everything, and I think that's very important. We need to represent the diversity that we see where we're living. When we were thinking of what we were going to name our line, we wanted it to also mean something. So I thought of what refugees see when they leave their country, and many times it's the blue of the ocean meeting the blue of the sky. So for me, that personally felt, like that's symbolizing their journey to freedom and their journey to hope. So that's where the name came from, and that's what people think of when they hear it.